Welcome back, OGs, and hello, newcomers. In today's video, I'm going to be showing off the Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City decks. And it does retail, at Target at least, for $30. I found it at Target, and I kept passing it up. A couple weeks went by, and I'm like, maybe I'll wait till it goes down in price. And then I started thinking, is it going to go down in price? So it was $30, and I just one trip to Target. After like two or three trips to Target, like the third or whatever week came up, and I just was looking at it, and I was like, there's so many characters on here, and I kind of did a sneak peek of like the character cards, and I was like, there's so many of them that I do love, like Odeon, and Merrick and Ishizu and Mai and Bakura, and like just so many of them. I love basically everyone, you know what I mean? But they're just special characters that have a special place in my heart. So I was just like, is this going to be worth the $30? Like, cards can be expensive, and I don't know why I was thinking $30 is such a plunge for a box set. If anything, it's a good price. It could be like 60. It could be way more, honestly. With some of the cards that come in here, I was really excited about because I don't have them in my binder. I haven't had them in my lifetime. Even when Yu-Gi-Oh! First came out in like early 2000s, I never had some of these cards in my deck, and so many people do have them. So I was like, okay, let's take the plunge, and I'm going to show you guys like why it is totally worth $30. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh, if you're just beginning to like collect, even that's even better. If you're just beginning, you don't have any Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? This is the thing to get, honestly. And right away in here we have like kind of like a poster and then some rules on the back. I didn't know what it was at first, and right away you get to see some character cards, and on top we have some holographics, which is cool. And then yeah, so with some of these decks, I was thinking they're just gonna throw whatever in for like Odeon, Ishizu, um and like possibly Bakura, even though we've all, like, if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, we've all seen the like anime, and we've seen Bakura's deck with like the monster zombie undead creatures. He kind of is more of a sinister, kind of deck. And then with Odeon, I was scared that they were just going to give a Merrick's deck because he was playing as Merrick to trick them in the anime. So I was just like, am I going to be disappointed in Odeon's deck? Sorry, I'm playing around with some lighting to kind of give you guys good lighting without too much glare, especially with these holographics. So forgive me, I don't have the best setup for lighting. But there are a lot of cards in here that you got to go through. You got to read their effects, see if you want to keep them, if you want to trade them, if you want to sell them on eBay. You got to kind of read through all this stuff. But I am so happy with all of the holographics that I did get, because like that's where your money's going, you know what I mean? Holographics are a big deal. Sometimes with not only Yu-Gi-Oh, but like Pokemon and other things, people are just looking for holographics, you know what I mean? And here's where I start to freak out, because the 3 Egyptian god cards right there, I've had people try to sell them to me for $10 each, and I'm sure they go for more. And some people have told me to watch out for these 3 Egyptian god cards. It looks like they are the playable ones because they have a bunch of rules and attack points and life points. I've had people tell me, like, look at the bottom of the card if it says not playable because it's fake or something. So I don't know what that's all about, but it's a thing, I guess. So watch out for that. If you have the 3 Egyptian god cards, it'll just say not playable. Maybe they're just solely for collecting, or they're fake. I don't know. But right there, those holographics and the 3 Egyptian god cards, $30 right there, because of how people have tried to sell stuff to me before. And I'm sure you can get them graded, and all that kind of stuff, just pulling them out of this. And then right away we have our first person's deck. I'm not sure if like they're ever gonna make like a Taya, a Tristan, or Duke Devlin. Oh my god, Noah would have been really cool to see his deck. I don't know if they're ever gonna make decks for those guys, but it would be great. I've been waiting for a Taya deck for years, and I really like all the themes that you get in these packs, like the Amazons and like the Joker Jester cards, like the Knights and everything. I love the Black Forest girl. Witch of the Black Forest, I love her. I love all the different types of angel cards, even though some of them are robots. I'm not a huge robot fan. And then this guy from Battle City who like put his mind into the penguin, around like where Noah was at. I wish they kind of did that for all of the duel monsters. Like I think one of the guys was like a judge, and I think that's one of Kaiba's cards, honestly. I don't remember, but it's like I wish they had all of those guys who like, were running Kaiba Corps, and they were like running it in Noah's like little dream world and stuff like that. We got some cool cards right here. The Red Eyes Black Dragon, the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So I was shocked about those two cards right there. But yeah, I would have liked to see all those guys who were running Kaiba Corp as the duel monsters in here. That penguin is so cool. I am so glad that they put that penguin in here. Another like geeking moment, right? I was geeking out over it. Anything that has to do with the TV show, I literally freaking fangirl over. And then, you know what? I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Did you buy this as well? Did you buy the Battle City decks like I did? Did you spend the $30? Did you already have the Egyptian God cards? Do you like the character cards? Who is your favorite character? Who's your least favorite character? Man, if I were to pick a favorite character, oh my god, that's too hard. I'm going to have to say Merrick would have to be my absolute top person, even though I have such a crush on Yami. Yugi Atem, yeah. Even though I have a crush on him and he's like my anime husband, I think I really like Merrick's character. Like something about him just like speaks to me, you know what I mean? And I really, really love Odeon too, right? But I think Merrick, that's why I got his figure first out of them. I still need a Thames figure, and then I have all three of them until they come out with like an Ishizu or a Odeon figure, which cross my fingers, but I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. But yeah, like my least favorite is obviously Kaiba. I never really liked him or his character. I don't like the things that he pulls during like the Duelist Kingdom. That when he, spoiler alert, when he tried to jump that roof and like make Yugi lose, I lost all respect for him. And like I understand his motives and everything, trying to save his brother, but I don't know, I just like lost all respect for him and stuff like that. And Joey was always my dude, right? So it's like how he disrespected Joey so much, I just didn't like it. I wasn't vibing with it because Joey was someone who I really, really liked as a child growing up. I loved his humor and his mannerisms and stuff. Ishizu's deck is really cool. I like all the Egyptian themes and stuff like that, so I'm super happy with that. Anytime I see Anubis or any Egyptian god, little thing, I freak out over that too, because I'm really into like ever since Yu-Gi-Oh, when I saw it as a kid, I got really into like learning about ancient Egypt and studying it, and I just like fangirl over that stuff too, like the Edo period in Japan. Like I love history. Yu-Gi-Oh made me like history. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but it just sparked something for me. Especially in ancient times, or like learning about China in the year 600. Like I watched Empress of China on YouTube, even though I didn't understand it. Like I'm glad they had subtitles, but ever since Yu-Gi-Oh, it sparked that in me. And then, yeah, let's see, whose deck are we on? I think we're on Merrick's deck. Oh, yeah, the Jammer. That is so cool. And I love Pegasus. I would like to have a Pegasus exclusive deck come out too. Maybe they already had one in the early 2000s. I forget. But like I would love to have a whole Toon World theme or any of his relinquishes and his odd cards. I would love to have that. And then I'm a little irked at the my deck in here because like they never give us Harpy Lady 3. What is with that? If anyone knows the story on that, tell me why they always let you have Harpy Lady number 1 and 2 but never 3. I don't understand it. I'm really happy about the Harpy's Pet Dragon. I actually have one of the graded ones that I bought from somebody, so I already had that, but I'm super glad to get it. See, here's what I'm talking about. Harpy Lady number 1, Harpy Lady number 2. Where's the blue-haired girl? Why doesn't she get her own card? I'm so lost. And then, oh, with Joey's deck, the only thing I'm upset about is because I don't have one, I still don't have my Time Wizard. I have Baby Dragon, I have 1,000-Year-Old Dragon, but I don't have Time Wizard. And I wish they had more of his, like, cards that are, like, he always has, like, scapegoats and like, the dungeon dice or whatever to try and get him out of little problems. So it's like, I wish I would have got some more things like that. You know, Time Wizard's like the same gimmick. It's like, take a chance, flip a coin. Are you going to make it out alive or not? So yeah, Mai's deck overall is pretty cool, but I'm wondering about that Harpy Lady number 3. And I know they took out, people have been talking online, they took out like Harpy's brother, but it's like, can we get some more guy characters? You know, I know it's all about women empowerment for her and like this whole possible BDSM or whatever theme, but like I would like to see some male harpies, you know what I mean? Just cause it's different, you know? Okay, here's Joey's deck. Let's see what we got. So I forget what honestly comes in his deck. I remember he has like the Flaming Swordsman. And they probably like put new cards in here too. It's not just like all his stuff. Jinzo's so cool. And then the blue Flame Swordsman, that's really cool. I like this card. I don't even think I've had that one. I don't remember. I have to look at my booklet. He looks familiar. I love all the new magic and trap cards. I love reading what they do and seeing how useful they are. But yeah, Kunai with Chain, that stuff's so cool. Oh, here's my guy, Odeon. Love him. If I had a son, you guys, I'm such a nerd. I was going to name him Odeon. No joke, I was. So, Odeon's deck makes me so happy. I love the themes. I love the giant scorpion. I love all the Egyptian themes and everything. The locust, oh my god. It's biblical. Like, literally. So, I'm so happy with it. And then we got some OG trap and magic cards, it looks like. The little tiki guy. Wabaku, so cool. Anubis again. And like an Anubis grave. So his I thought they were going to phone it in so hard, but it looks great. So yeah, I highly suggest you guys get this. Even if, like me, you have a bunch of other cards you've been thrifting and all kinds of stuff, I still suggest getting it. Even if you have a huge collection, you could start. I almost started a new binder over this, right? I was like, am I going to have enough room? And I was looking at how many sleeves I had left, and I was just kind of putting things here and there. So I didn't have to make a new binder, but I would, you know. If you want to keep it separate, like for Battle City, like maybe it could be your Battle City binder. But yeah, I put it all in my binder with what I had. Here's all the night cards I was talking about, and they like added this like Joker Jester thing, so that's really cool. And then of course we all know that guy with the shield is Yugi's. Gotta have a Karibo, right? And of course, Dark Magician Girl. And all his, like, trap cards and magic cards. Is Mystical Elf in this? I don't even know. But yeah, I know they can't always put out all of his cards. Magic hats would have been cool, and like the one with the swords in the box for like the magic trick would have been cool. And then here's Bakura. I love this card, very iconic. I was half expecting it to get like a giant pumpkin. I'm not sure if I have that one. Again, I'd have to look at my binder. And I think they've updated some of the art. But yeah, look at all these undead things. I was freaking out when I saw Final. Oh, so cool. I think I've only ever found the N. And I have a second one now. But like, just having Final is so cool. But yeah, the zombie, like, samurai and the zombie, like, dead clowns, those ones were so cool. I remember when they were battling Joey. I know it was a different kid, but they kind of trapped him in that rock in the anime, and they were playing down in that cave. I thought that episode was so cool. And Joey was just like freaked out the whole time with these undead monsters, and like they're already dead, so like attacking them right away wasn't like, working at first. So I thought that was really cool. And then I flipped the cards over and I didn't even know that they had different artwork on the back than, the silver and gold on the front. So how I put them in my in my binder was I laid the gold one, up, and then the silver one right next to it, I flipped over so you can see the other artwork. So that's how I have it displayed in my binders. Just something to think about if you guys are putting this in a binder. I just thought the gold looked nice to have face up versus the silver. And then, you can have the other side on your binder. Just kind of looking through everything again. Yeah, see? And then we got to look at, does, like, Noah have some different art? Do these guys have different art? Oh, they do. See, that's going to be kind of hard to display. You'd have to keep the back of your binder open and not put another card in there in that sleeve. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you can have, like, two of them facing opposite ways. Like, you'd have to leave that open. But yeah, I've been waiting, like, years and years for them to come out with a Taya deck. I know her deck might not be the best because it's just full of, like, tiny little monsters and stuff, but I know she did beat even though, like, I don't know, some people might think that she just surrendered so Yugi could feel better and have his star chips after that, shady battle with Kaiba. But I feel like she tried to hold her own, and I just like Taya as a character, so I would really like to see her deck. Same for Tristan. I've always kind of been more, like, curious, like, what would he have in his deck. I know he gave Joey an ogre monster, and he played both of them that one time against, what was it, Weevil or Rex? So it's like, it would be cool to see some of these other characters have their own decks and stuff like that. Especially if you're a fan of certain characters, like what I was talking about before. Just going through everything again, looking at everything. Just seeing the character cards is worth it. Because I was at the mall this one time, and it was like a thrift store where they had a bunch of, like, old toys. Like, they had toys from, like, movies like Austin Powers and stuff like that. And he had a bunch of, like, not holographic, but they were, like, special character cards. Like, he had Yugi, and I think it had some information on him. And he was, like, charging, like, $10-20 for a character card. And I was like, that's okay. I don't need to, like, spend that money at this time. So I'm kind of glad that even though the character cards aren't, like, super holographic or anything, they're still character cards, and I really like that. So yeah, I don't know why they're like this. Is this a duel mat? Or is this just the way the poster is? Either way, it's really cool, and I might put behind my Yu-Gi-Oh manga on my manga like bookcase. And then here's some rules and everything. I haven't actually played Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Duel Monsters in a long time, so I'm definitely out of it. I just love collecting it again, because I'm such a huge fan, and I'm a huge fan of, like, the show and everything. And I've basically watched, like, most of the seasons and everything. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this inspires you to get the deck, whether you're a beginner or not. Tell me your thoughts. So I'll see you next time.